The last Silent Hill game developed by Team Silent was Silent Hill 4. But after that game came out and received mixed reception, Team Silent was going back to the drawing board and trying to create something different. And we got a couple insights to what that different was going to be via interviews. But ultimately, Team Silent disbanded before that game could ever come to light. And as a result, we ended up getting a bunch of Western Silent Hill releases. And then, of course, in recent times, we've kind of returned to form with how Konami's been handling the series. But a recent rumor that's been floating around in a lot of gaming posts that I see on social media is that the Silent Hill 5 concept is being revisited by Konami. And in this video, I'm going to go over whether this rumor has any validity or if this is just something that's essentially a pipe dream. So let's take a look. So from the limited information that we have regarding Silent Hill 5, it was supposed to really take a lot of the concepts that we've come to know about Silent Hill and kind of change the approach in terms of using light to really intensify the horror of the game. And my understanding was some of that inspiration came from like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this was essentially the type of concept that Team Silent was floating around at that time. And as I understand, the game was going to have the same writers who worked on Silent Hill 2 developing this story for this game and really changing the approach that they had with Silent Hill overall. And what I mean is, my understanding from some of the interviews way back from that era were that Team Silent wanted you to start in the living Silent Hill, so actually interacting with townspeople and basically being in a normal Silent Hill environment that would eventually start to, as I assume, get more deformed and demented as we expect from Silent Hill. And that's really where the horror is going to take flight. And it was implied that you would have enemy types that would deal in both light and dark, and you would have this, as they said, a very like different but very well fleshed out otherworld and this Silent Hill. And really that's the Cole's notes of the details that we have regarding Silent Hill 5. There was one comment though that the developers made at that time, was that this was going to be one of the most disturbing Silent Hill stories that they've ever conceived. And what that story is, we don't really know. We just kind of have a basic frame that it's a troubled individual coming to Silent Hill, and that's really the gist of what we have regarding that game. Now, as far as the rumor goes, I did do some research. I couldn't find any legitimate sources. I couldn't find any legitimate leakers. So I'm not sure necessarily where this is coming from, or if this is a rumor that fans have kind of just pushed because it sounds cool and they're excited about better or more Silent Hill games. But ultimately, I couldn't really find anything to substantiate this rumor beyond random Facebook posts from various different pages and groups that I follow stating that this is something that Konami's potentially revisiting. And a lot of them are kind of using the same, I'm assuming it's like AI slop or something, but saying that some insiders are speculating, but there's no real direction as to who these insiders are or where they're coming from. It's not like a Dust Golem leak where usually there's some validity behind it. This is just, as I can tell so far, there's not really much to substantiate this to be true. Now, with this being said, it does seem like Konami is slowly edging towards kind of allowing Team Silent to, sorry, I don't want to say Team Silent, my apologies, some of the members of Team Silent to dip their feet into co-developing or helping with other Silent Hill titles, as we saw with the Silent Hill 2 remake. But as it stands, I'm not sure if this means that Konami would even be open to kind of reforming a Team Silent to work on something like this, or if they just like the concept and are going to farm this out to another developer. I'm not sure. But again, this is all an unsubstantiated rumor. And while I would love to say that there's some validity here and that I'm excited to learn more about it, I don't really think this is much beyond essentially just random Facebook posters who are excited about a potential revisiting of Team Silent's legacy.